Hey, what's going on, CoinOp TV subscribers? Robert Welkney here. This is my first video of 2021. It's January 2021, and I just thought I'd make maybe a new series of videos just called Life Updates and talk about some of the things that have been going on in my life and my reactions and thoughts and stuff like that. Just kind of random stuff. If you're a subscriber and you've been a long-time subscriber, thanks for all the support. If you're new, this is the first time you're clicking on this video, I usually do kind of random videos now. I used to do a lot of game videos and a lot of Skyline videos and a lot of toy unboxing videos. Don't do a lot of that now. Just mostly the last few months I've been kind of unboxing movies and Blu-rays and DVDs and things that I've got, like some collector's edition and stuff like that. But it's a new year and I'm always kind of brainstorming and trying to think of new things to kind of put out. And the unboxing videos of the Blu-rays, I really didn't get my face on camera. And I just thought, hey, I deserve it to show you guys, that I'm doing okay. The pandemic hasn't really brought down my spirits or my hopes. Clearly there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that is very serious and should be taken very serious. And, so with that, just a little, distraction on my YouTube channel, CoinOp TV there. You'll see my haircut. My mom actually gave me this haircut. The first time my mom's given me a haircut in probably a long time. So I've got my pandemic haircut. I'm a little scruffy. Haven't shaved this week because not really going out and seeing a lot of people and doing a lot of things. Basically, my weeks consist of walking my dog and taking care of him. Scout, of course, you've probably seen him if you're on Instagram, my Instagram channels. And going hanging out with my buddy Mike once a week. We usually go and grab a bite, some lunch somewhere, and we sit in the car and eat a sandwich somewhere. And I've been getting a lot of food to go. And something else that's been going on since I'm home all the time is I've been trying to learn how to actually cook more and cook a little healthier more, getting a little more into organic foods. And something that I never made before that I started to kind of get into at the end of last year was making frittatas, which is a great hot tip. If you're a single bachelor person, frittatas are great because you can usually make them pretty easily with your own leftover ingredients and some eggs and potatoes and cheese, some onions, things like that. And usually when you make one, there's enough left over for the second day, so you can have breakfast or lunch for tomorrow and kind of reheat it. So that's a good idea for a 2-for-1. Making a lot of pasta, cooking a lot of chicken, and I still have a sweet tooth for pizza. So every week I'm usually getting pizza, and I'm usually getting like a large, so I can have some left over to kind of heat up the next day. So that's been what's been going on, sort of my food habits. Now with exercise habits, since I am not out seeing people, going to events, doing things, I picked up an exercise bike last year, at the end of last year for Black Friday. It was on sale. And I've been riding an exercise bike. It's in my house, in my living room. It's big, it's weighty, and it feels great. I've always liked biking and walking as sort of my choice exercises, and I haven't really been able to bike outside much because don't really want to go outside all that much. But with exercise bike, I can be inside, I can listen to some music, I can watch some videos. I actually have a friend, Vic, who helped get me an account on his Peloton account. So I've been using the Peloton app and riding with my bike. And I also picked up an Apple Watch. I don't have it here. Oh wait, here it is. This is a new toy. I picked up the Apple Watch, just the SE version there. And so that's a new thing now, because I got the Apple Watch. This is the first time I've ever had an Apple Watch. So I'm brand new with it. I do like it. I just think that it's hard for me to say I love it because it's so expensive. I'd love it for maybe $200, but for $300, $350 or something like that, plus, the Series 6 is even more. That makes it hard to love, but that's been another thing, is trying to get a little more in shape and exercise and get my heart rate, my blood flowing, as I get sort of older, and plus since I'm sitting around the house so much. But since I did get the Apple Watch, I got 3 months free of the Fitness Plus, the Apple Fitness Plus app program. So it's been interesting sort of comparing the Peloton to the Apple Fitness Plus. The lighting is definitely, the production and the lighting and the extras in the Apple version. Fitness Plus is really like, next level, whereas Peloton is usually a person in a darkened studio by themselves, not a lot of camera movements, no design in the background, usually just like a mirror or something like that. I mean, both of them kind of get the job done. They're there to sort of motivate you, tell you when to crank up the resistance, when to crank up the, the speed, and when to cool down, and that's been great. It's also been interesting with those apps doing sort of the cool down things and trying to meditate and stretch and clear your mind. Sometimes I literally just watch TV and movies all day long, and sometimes it's great to just take a little bit of a break and breathe and just have nothing happening, except maybe, somebody telling you to breathe for 10, 15 minutes or so and just kind of reset. That's a good thing as well. Something else that's been going on, me and my buddy Mike decided to do a Christopher Nolan marathon. We started at the beginning, and we're going to try and watch all of his movies in order. And we started at the beginning of Following. And it's kind of like a student film, not so great. And then we got Insomnia, Memento, and of course, my favorite Christopher Nolan movie is probably Batman Begins. It's, a lot of people go with The Dark Knight, but I'm the biggest fan of Batman Begins. It's a little shorter, it's a little tighter, a little more condensed, a little intense, whereas Dark Knight Rises, The Dark Knight is a fun movie, but I think it's just a little too bloated. And then the Bane one, not too big of a fan of. We just watched Inception also, which I've seen multiple times. I kind of like Inception, but again, another movie that's a little on the bloated side. One of my complaints with the Christopher Nolan movies to my buddy Mike has been that they're just too long, and there's so much going on there. This is all, of course, leading up to eventually watching Tenet, which I haven't seen yet. I've seen all of his other movies, prior, so this is kind of a rewatch or a third or fourth time watching him again. But hopefully, I'll get my hands on, Tenet. Maybe it'll be on a streaming service soon, so I can check that out. What else I did for video games? So I still have the PlayStation 4. I didn't get the new Xbox, the new PlayStation. I'm gonna wait on those because, first of all, they're really hard to get, and they're real expensive, and there's not a lot of games out there. So I thought, what are some games that I missed or I didn't play fully on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox, something like that? Let me go back and sort of revisit some of those games. And one of them was XCOM 2. Now, I've been a fan of XCOM, the XCOM series, since way back in the day on my PC, playing the original XCOM games, and then on the Xbox 360, playing the XCOM game on there. So it was great to get the XCOM 2. Actually got the collector's edition, which has the War of the Chosen, which is the way to go. I played both versions that are on this, and the War of the Chosen one is really great with like the Chosen kind of popping up randomly into your events, and I liked it a lot. I enjoyed this. I played both versions. It was great during the pandemic to have like a video game to just turn on, turn-based, and aliens and science fiction. I do like all of that. My only complaint though is I've been playing this on the PlayStation 4. I just finished it actually the second time, and it crashes all the time. Like every time I'm in a match or a game, I have to save all the time, and it still crashes. I don't know what's going on. The coding, something didn't work with that PlayStation 4 version. I'd be curious if you've ever played XCOM 2 on PC or maybe Xbox, if it crashed for you or not. So let me know in the comments below. Also, just let me know in general, when I'm talking about food, exercise. I'm making these videos basically to put up on my channel and chat a bit with you. But if you're familiar with my YouTube channel, Coin Up TV, you know that I read the comments, I try and respond, I tune in, I'm still active, I'm still around. I don't get the thousands and billions of views that I used to. I'm kind of past the glory era of my YouTube channel here. I'm just kind of making some videos for fun, just kind of, just to flex the video production muscle and vlogging and stuff like that. What else there? So, I have, speaking of other movies and stuff, I finally watched Ready Player One. I know this is a couple years old, and a lot of people are like, if you're watching this, you might be like, Rob, what took you so long? What happened? I was very resistant. The trailers and the media, the cartoon look, the animated CGI look, just kind of turned me off for a while. And I finally was like, you know what? I'm a Spielberg fan. I love Steven Spielberg. He's one of my favorite filmmakers. I do like video games, and of course I grew up during the 80s, 90s. I'm going to get a lot of the references, so I should probably eventually check this out. And to my surprise, I was actually pretty entertained by Ready Player One. I was hesitant to get into it, but now that I've seen it, I liked it. I mean, yes, it's CGI heavy, It's basically a cartoon with some live action scenes kind of bookending here and there. Probably my biggest complaint with the movie is the ending. It's kind of got the Steven Spielberg endings where there's like an ending, and then there's another ending, and then there's a third ending, and then a fourth ending and stuff, multiple endings. If you've seen the movie, you probably know what I'm talking about, especially when they're in the van. It's like they open the door to the truck, and it's like, all right, here's another ending. I close the door, open the truck again. Here's another ending and stuff. So it shouldn't have been like over 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or whatever it was. Runtime felt a little too long, but it was really great scene. Iron Giant. And then the big one for me, if you didn't know, I'm a big fan of Mobile Suit Gundam. The 10-20 seconds or whatever we got of the Gundam fighting the Mechagodzilla scene, I was just like, yes, fist in the air, cheering. I could watch a whole movie of just that. Great CGI of Mobile Suit Gundam's fighting would be great. I mean, there was a lot of great Gundam content out there, but this was like mainstream, movie to check out, So I don't know. So let me know if you've seen Ready Player One, and if there's. I've been watching a lot of movies. Been trying to catch up on my Netflix. And I watched Ted Lasso season 1 on Apple TV. I thought that was great. That's probably the greatest show on Apple TV, hands down. It's not quite laugh out loud funny, but it's like charming and spirited and witty all at the same time. And it's like a good original concept that kind of goes all together well. I'm trying to think before I close this video, what else? I mean, it's been weird not going to movie theaters and just kind of consuming things on streaming and checking things out. I just started watching His Dark Materials, about 4 episodes in. Not too jazzed about that show. I'm not quite sure if I'll stick with it, but the other show that I'm really jazzed is The Expanse. That new season is out now on Amazon Prime, and I've been watching The Expanse for the last few years, and I've loved The Expanse. However, I thought the last season wasn't so great, so I'm very glad to see that the new season is like top notch. It might be the best season yet. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If you're a science fiction fan, you like action, science fiction, drama, real intense stuff. If you have Amazon Prime, check out The Expanse. Really great show. So okay, we're over the 10-minute mark. I just thought I'd chat a bit. My hope is if I get enough comments and views, I'll come back again in February and do another one of these videos, maybe one a month. And in between there, maybe some unboxing if I get some Blu-rays or 4Ks. And if there's a game or something or a movie that I want to talk about, I'll jump on. It's just a matter of, if YouTube sends this video out to people or not, and people check it out and they like it, they leave comments and they give the thumbs up and they hit the bell and all that. I'm just chuckling because I feel like I've been saying those silly things for about 15 years, and you guys know the drill. So thanks a bunch for watching, your support. Happy 2021. Hope this year is way better than last year, and we'll talk to you later.